People. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the med. Scarlet News with a buzz. I am going to speak about a topic that it seems has long been a 9-day talk. It seems as if the people, them at Jamaica, they don't keep their foot on the necks of these regulatory bodies, relevant authority, to get any sorts of answers, accountability. I am speaking about the case as it pertains to SSL, that fraudulent investment company, in which swindled at least 30 to 40 investors, including legendary sprinter Usain Bolt. Not to say that Usain Bolt's cash or loss is more important than anybody else, but just to give you an idea exactly what I am speaking about. Now, initially, the first investigation, they said that they uncovered in excess of 10 million Jamaican dollars. It was kind of conflicting because then they said about 3 billion Jamaican dollars, which would have been about 30 or so million US dollar, 20 to 30 million US dollar. They said that there are at least 39 victims, like I said before. However, they said that it is even worse than we thought. It is now about 70 plus victims and double the amount. So therefore, what was 10 is now 20. What was 20 is now 40 million. Pretty much them said 20 million, but I think that they are probably underestimating the loss. They said that the FID, which is the Financial Investigative Division, which is leading the investigation, collaborating with the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and then a company that is called Crawl, that the government said they hire. They are a set of forensic experts that have been in the business for about a century or so. So them said that the investigations, it is ongoing. They are making a lot of progress, and that they saw that at least the next 30 more people are victims, and that the disappointing thing is that they contacted these people via email or even by phone, and those that they got were reluctant to participate or tell what they lost. So therefore, they are not willing to assist in the investigation for the most part. And you have to wonder if a lot of these investors are some shaky people, or these investors just kind of give up and say, listen, nothing now come out of it. They see the culture, they see the type of government that we have. It is all about corruption. It is obvious to them that they are protecting, defending, and shielding certain people. So anyway, the FID claims that based on the information that they got throughout this investigation, there is going to be some more players, some more actors, some more suspect, person of interest that is going to be charged, arrested, and more than likely convicted. They did not say the convicted, but I am assuming, since this was so blatant, since so much money was lost or stolen or fraudulently removed from these criminal elements, you would think that this is a slam dunk case. Now, up to date, you and I know that the only suspect, only person charged thus far is Jean Ann Panton. She was hit with a 22-count indictment from A to Z, anything that has to do with any sorts of fraud or investment. She was pretty much charged with it. So they claim that there are going to be more actors before they go to court, next court dates. Information that I have is that Miss Panton goes back to court on or about the 6th of September or so. So are you telling me, or are you telling the people, meaning the FID, that by the 6th or so of September, which would be a couple of days from now, we're going to hear the people that we are hoping, the people that we are expecting, the people that common sense tells us they are a part of the whole mastermind of everything, even though they have denied having any sorts of knowledge, having any sorts of planning, plotting, or scheming of this fraudulent activity. You and I know that it is not so. I am speaking about the Hardings, and I am speaking about the Cross-Kerrys. I am speaking about the people that are in top, middle, and whatever management you want to call it. Because people, let's face it, common sense tells us that Miss Gina and Panton could not have pulled off any of this or most of this by herself. People have to sign off on most stuff, meaning the people in the top management, meaning the decision makers in the company. So therefore, for her to do this, she would have had to collaborate with other person, get signature, get approval before she move. She says she moved in excess of about $10 million or so. The figures, like I said, are conflicting. Now, a next thing that the FID said that I found very disturbing is that this fraudulent mismanagement, gross mismanagement of funds has been going on for the better part of a decade or so. Now, people, when we think about investments and think about the regulatory body, the relevant authority that is in charge of this sector of business, it is one of the strictest. That means that they make sure that people don't get defrauded, that these people cross all the T, dot all the I, do everything that they can, because you're playing with persons' future, persons' livelihood. So if one of the strictest regulatory body in the whole of Jamaica obviously was not doing their job, or was told, whether it is by the management of the country, that listen, turn a blind eye, overlook whatever mismanagement, gross mismanagement is being conducted by this company being SSL. Are you telling me that in a decade or so, these people have been doctoring the books, not doing what they were supposed to do? However, they were allowed to conduct business, even though they got a whole bunch of warnings. They did not take heed to any of these warnings. As a matter of fact, one of the main actors in this, the Cross-Kerry, he was in at least 2 instances. His name was calling up on fraudulent activity, Eagle amongst others. So how is it that somebody that has been charged, that has been questionable character, is allowed to conduct business and be the head of an organization such as SSL? So the people must say to themselves, these people cannot just act like this, as if they are not accountable. Nobody holds them responsible, meaning the regulatory body. So when these other victims that the FID is trying to contact is pretty much reluctant to testify, assist in the investigation, you cannot blame them, because when them look, them see a legendary sprinter such as Usain Bolt. He get a lawyer, top lawyer. He is a voice that is supported internationally as an international superstar, global superstar. Him run for Jamaica. Him broke record. He has 3 records still, I think. And them must say to themselves, then hold on a minute. Somebody like that cannot get any sorts of justice. That is clout. That is name recognition as high as you can get. The only bigger are probably Michael Jordan and probably Michael Jackson. So therefore, if the Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson of Jamaica cannot get any sorts of result, cannot get any sorts of justice, what is the likely possibility that we will get justice? So therefore, it seems as if these people just say, listen, me go just take my loss, brush off myself and move on. This is a lose-lose proposition. There is nothing going to happen. It is quite obvious that the Minister of Finance, the Prime Minister, the FID, all relevant authority, they are just going along with the program. Now when we look at the fact that they hired a forensic company that has been in the business for the better part of a century, they have a reputation to uphold. However, when you hire people, you can pretty much tell them, dictate what you want them to check and what you want them not to check. Don't know the specifics of that. Most importantly is that the voice for the FID said that they are collaborating with not only Kroll, that forensic company from UK, most importantly the FBI. If there's one thing that we know about the FBI is that they are not easily manipulated. They won't be compromised, especially for any other country such as Jamaica. But the question is this: what type of role would they or do they play? Are they allowed to go deep in the investigation like they can? Because if I know the FBI like I think I know the FBI, they will uncover stuff that criminals don't even remember that they did. Does the government of Jamaica, the relevant authority, want to open that can of worm? Will they give them that access that they need to do their job? Is the FBI, as we speak, looking over them glasses, being barred from doing their job? And I say, you know, say, the country, the government, the management of the country, you know, say, more people involved, even those that you don't know, even those that we assume that are involved, assume that are shielding, defending, compromising the case, even though they are putting up a show as if they want good and justice for Jamaica. People, it is obvious that if they did initially, the Crosskerry and the Hardings would have been locked up from day one, because without a shadow of a doubt, they know something. They might have mastermind or both. So people, let's see where this goes. Like me always say, hope for the best, but expect the worst. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, be very careful what you ask for, because when you get it, maybe you can't handle it. It is bigger than you. We are speaking about these highways on the road of Jamaica. And we see some of these drivers, the bigger the road, the cleaner the road, the wider the road, is the more they act like an ASS. Them press pedal to the metal until them can't go any sorts of faster. When them see these road, they think that it is that place in Europe, I think it is called Autobahn, where the speed limit is as fast as you can go. However, usually on that strip of road, the people might drive some very expensive, fast car that is built for speed. May I talk about the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, the Benz, the Beamer. These people, they might drive some little vehicle with some narrow tire that don't have that type of suspension. Nevertheless, they are going just as fast as the Autobahn. I am speaking about a road that is in Salem, close to an hotel. I think the name of that hotel is Iberia Star. Don't quote me. It is known as a hotspot. However, it seems as if when you hear a hotspot in a Jamaica, the people don't quite understand what it means. What it means, whole heap of people lose them life, whole heap more people are going to lose them life. So therefore, you do not want to join that list. It was just maybe about a couple of weeks ago where some other people lose them life, either a overtake, on the blind side, or either them a speed, or maybe both. It happened just again one more time on Thursday. I am going to let you listen to a video of a man that was driving by and him explaining everything that occurred in intricate details. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
The vehicle busting that too. What do you say there? The car busting that too, watch it, man. Bombard! What do you say there? Yo! What do you say the car there? Jano! Yo, some serious accident going right there, man. Jano style like Thursday night, yeah.
Now, people, when you hear the man say the car split in two, he means it literally. Half of the car, not going to say half, but the car they in a two parts. And then in our next video, the body fling out upon the ground. Obviously, it would take some sorts of impact for you to hit some sorts of object, maybe a rock, maybe a pole. Me don't know the specifics. People, these people do not learn. Every day them get up, them see all sorts of crossing at the road. People put up all sorts of things because of their loved one that lost their life prematurely, unexpectedly, in some sorts of ACC, D3NT that could have been prevented. But them still not learn the culture, the hard-headedness. It is as if we are dealing with a set of mules, fully done people. Them not learn from the mistakes of others. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called them old before them young. I am speaking about some of these misled picnic in a Jamaica that it seems as if them come from some sorts of dysfunctional home, or even in some case, them licky, them force ripe. Pretty much somebody KICK them up. They were not grown up properly. I am speaking about two young ladies that were seen in some sorts of missing poster put out by the JCF. Florentina Ferran, age 13. This is her picture on the screen. The next one, Michaela Barkley, age 14. Now, people, because of the culture in a Jamaica, whenever a little picnic or teenagers get missing, we start to worry that either them are going to end up people jump over them fence, or even worse, them jump over them fence and then put them in some sorts of body bag. However, there's other pictures that are out with these two young ladies. It seems as if nobody take them away. It seems as if either them fast, either them licky, or either they were manipulated by some older people. And it seems as if they were out and about partying and working. Now, people, when we see stuff like this, it concerns us because as parents, we know say, the place out there sticky. It is a dangerous world, especially any place in a Jamaica. The most vulnerable, we have to look out for them. However, in some cases, some of these people do not deserve our attention. Some of these people are taken away from the attention that other persons that are in trouble, that are actually missing, are not getting. So therefore, the resources that could have been used, the manpower, investigation that could be spent on persons that are actually missing. Reason for concern. You waste time and look for some people that pretty much put themselves in a bad predicament. But like people say, me I go too hard, me too harsh. So therefore, should I give them a pass? Or should the fact that they are children, teenager, them not know sorts are better, there is room for improvement, them can get better somewhere in the future. The point is that sometimes you screw up, sometimes that screw up can come back and haunt you, sometimes people are out there preying on you. Do not make people have to worry unnecessarily, especially your parents, people who love you, and people that have a genuine love and concern like myself. People, me just say, some of them picnic, them grow up too fast, somebody KICK them up, them grow old before them young, them licky, they want the finer things in a life, so therefore they cannot wait. And whenever you cannot wait, if you don't want to walk, you will get woke even if you're young. And I am speaking about RAPE. These people out there, they do not care about anything. Them not care about life, and them not care to take you out. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.